with intention, until somebody asked him, well, what does intention mean to you? He says, when you're clear on exactly what it is you want. That's an intention.
Yeah.
He said, that is the definition, is when you're absolutely clear. He says, because you cannot afford to wake up with negativity in the mornings and think about negative things. He said, as soon as you do that, it's over. So he said, you have to be extremely conscious as soon as you wake up in the morning. And he's right, and before you go to bed. And he said, you have to find 2 hours in the day minimum to meditate and to be conscious of your unconsciousness. He said, I take 2 hours out of my day every day to be conscious of my unconsciousness. That's it. He said, as soon as you start doing that, and you start noticing things that you're being unconscious about certain things in your life, that means you're starting to awaken. So, he really explains that really beautifully. You know. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to change my doctor too, because I don't like driving to that idiot. She's only fucking 38 years old, and she's my specialist. She knows fuck all. I'm just basically going there to change a prescription, and she's gonna force me to take Ozempic like this dumb fuck did. He told me it's okay if you vomit for a month. How the fuck do you function? Do you know how bad that is for your esophagus and your stomach?
Yeah, that's really...
Fucking idiots. I'm gonna tell her I can't function. You guys think, everybody else can function. Get me off of this shit and put me on another pill then. But the only thing with glucoside is it can drop my sugar levels too low. Well, I guess I'll have to deal with that. With the glucoside. They don't recommend glucoside either on my diabetic program, because they say the problem is it drops people's sugar too low. My mom told me that my whole life my dad has been on glucoside, the poor guy.
Oh.
Fucking idiots. Putting him, he probably didn't even know his sugar was dropping. I had a dream about my dad. I had a dream that he wasn't old, he was young. He put his 2 hands out, and me and Selena were at the back. So he put one hand out for me to hold it, and the other one for her. And my mom was walking beside him. And I ran and held his hand to walk with him. I had a dream of Zorro too. As Zorro was dying. And then he became alive again, and he was naturally healed. He naturally healed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could have been my subconscious about me. Look at that, even after Zorro was gone, I still dream about him. Really miss him. I always felt so much love and presence and calmness around Zorro, like he just brought me so much happiness. I know a part of me is, like, I don't know what's going on in my body, but I know a part of me is very sad inside and deep down. There's a sadness that's just there, and I think it's been there for many, many years. It could be that's kind of showing up in all these symptoms, Anyway, I gotta get going, because I thought my mom's flight was in the evening, but it's in the afternoon.
Why don't you tell me more about your sadness?
Yeah, I think there's been a deep sadness in me for many years.
For what?
Just, I don't know, I think it's just collective. I think it started just goes back to my childhood all the time. And then there's just been a domino effect, you know, my whole life. Can't really pinpoint it, it's just there. Like a very deep sadness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always felt trapped in the world. Just always felt trapped in the body too. I knew things when I was very little. I was already aware when I was 7 or 8 years old. I was already starting to get aware of stuff. I was a very different child. I wasn't like any other child. I started knowing things when I was really young. And of course I didn't know. I think now I always feel like I wish life had gone in a different way, like we all do. When I was young, and I was very stifled and tormented and controlled. I was always trying to fight for my freedom my whole life. And that really tires your body out. It's an awful thing to control your kids and not allow them to do the things they love to do. It's actually a sin. But it's okay, you know. There is, obviously I wish deep down I probably wish my life went a different direction, and it didn't. It went down a very different path. But I've had a good life too, and I'm grateful for the spiritual aspect of my life the most, because without that, I would be worse, I think. So I'm grateful for that part. Yeah, so I think there is a despair and sadness, a very deep depression and sadness inside me that I'm not aware of. I've masked it so well that I don't even know it's there. I can't explain it. And then I have moments of bliss and happiness all the time too, so I don't know. It's like there's layers and layers of stuff. I can feel layers. Like MICHEAL said, every time you feel like you've, dealt with one layer of an onion ring, there's another one and another one. Except the layers never stop. But I think one thing that I really feel deeply is I'm trying to get away from abuse. I feel like I'm around a lot of anger still. Not just for me, but, I just don't know why I just had anger around me, because I had anger in my family life, so I attracted angry people in my life, and I don't like it. I don't want anyone around me. I don't want anyone around me. I don't want humans around me.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody though. I don't want to be around humans or stuff. I don't want any humans, period. I just want to be alone. I think what I'm looking for is just peace and inner peace and freedom. I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of humans. I just like animals. You know that feeling when you just don't feel like talking to any humans? It's like that. And I also have fear now of humans. Fear like they're not who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, then I just hopefully I won't be sick over the weekend because I really don't know. My mom checks my room every day at 6 in the morning to see if I'm dead or alive. I know she does because she waits there to see if I'm breathing. Because she knows how sick I've been. I wish we just had a vacuum so I could vacuum my fat out of me. But I'm telling you, it's just not fat, it's deeper.
Yeah, because at one point you thought the uterus, if you could just deal with this uterus, everything will be fine. But then...
No, I knew it subconsciously. Because I've learned this, that just because you take a body part out doesn't mean you escape it. You don't escape death. Now I'm at death again, facing death again. And I don't know what God wants me to learn out of this. I know what it comes down to. It's self-hate. And it's because when you don't love yourself, this is what happens. You have to surrender to the love. And I'm not surrendered to the love because I don't love myself enough. Because my girlfriend, remember she had cancer in her liver and then they chopped the liver off? And it went straight to her stomach then. They cut the stomach off, it went right to the next section next to her pancreas. Didn't matter what they cut off, Will. The body shows you where it will constantly come up and show you. It's just communicating to you where Wayne Dyer used to say it's just communicating to you where your dis-ease is. And the pancreas symbolizes the sweetness out of life is gone. And Irvin has that too. The sweetness out of life is gone. So you get diabetes. Now look at Corrine. She never had diabetes at 400 pounds. She never felt the sweetness out of her life wasn't gone though.
Yeah, but she died of heart disease, so it wasn't the heart, her problems.
She died of atrial AFib. Basically, there was too much weight on the heart. And then she died because she couldn't breathe.
Yeah, you just said it. Too much weight on the heart.
Yeah, it was too much weight on the heart. But...
Do you understand?
Yeah, she was carrying a lot of weight on her heart.
Not fat. The weight of emotional weight.
Emotional weight, that's why she passed away. She did a lot of therapy though, Will. I mean, that woman, she did a lot to get where she was. She used to drink, smoke, do marijuana when she was married, when she was in her 20s. She left all of it, started to treat herself. She did 20 years of therapy. She was sexually molested by her brother her whole life. She was even able to forgive her brother, who was, by the way, turned out to be a schizophrenic. She forgave her mom. She forgave her brother. She looked after her brother after he molested her for so many years. She still looked after him, forgave him. She didn't have a sip of alcohol, nothing, clean. She became a vegan. She didn't want to touch an animal. She'd never even lie. Never lie. She wasn't perfect, but she did a lot of work for somebody who went through so much. But she could never reduce her weight because she ate to feel comfort and protect herself all the time. That was her only problem. Yeah, she died very early. She's only 56. Basically younger than you, she died. She just went into the hospital and died in 2 hours. I read the whole thing on her. She was laughing, joking, talking. Her friends were around her because the doctor said, look, you don't know what's going to happen. But she was eating, she was in good spirits. And then the next thing they said she fell asleep and never woke up. She had the most peaceful death medically. She was 400 pounds. She never had blood pressure problems. Well, so all this stuff that they're telling us, that fat people get diabetes, well, how come other fat people don't have diabetes? It has to do with emotional and subconscious stuff that's lingering. You know the Chinese herbalist in England? He said, we don't believe that disease is caused by medical reasons. It's all caused by your emotions. Now, what do you see that's similar in me and Irvin? That we would have gotten the same thing. And Bethany. What's one similarity that comes to your mind right away?
Emotional repression. Emotional repression?
Yeah. But then don't we all do that?
Yeah.
So then I wonder what you see. What is it?
It's degrees, remember?
Yeah.
Some people are more, they repress everything because of.
Yeah. Yeah, I could definitely see Bethany doing that. I could see Irvin doing that. And I think I'm doing that too. But I don't know that I'm doing that. That's the problem. Now the other thing too, Mitra was saying was with problems like this has a lot to do with the other thing. Remember, he keeps on saying to me, look after your body because your spiritual is higher than your body. There's an imbalance.
Yeah.
Mitra says the disease always happens when there's an imbalance between the two. Because the body cannot take the light. So the body starts feeling very sick. And he says you have to really, really pay attention to your temple. You're not giving enough attention to the temple as you are to the spirit. And they both go hand in hand, and you know that too. The light of God can be so strong it can kill your body if it's weak. They told me that, I remember. Anyway, it is what it is. I have to be in the present moment today. I have to get going now though.